It journeyed alone into the unimaginable. A solitary traveler cast adrift in the endless velvet black, beyond the warm halo of our solar system. An aging envoy from Earth, Voyager 1, a machine once made by human hands, now further from home than any object we've ever built. It drifted not aimlessly, but with quiet resolve, deeper than any spacecraft had dared to go. And for decades, we believed we knew its fate. It would fade quietly into the void, forgotten by time, an eternal ghost ship sailing the interstellar seas. But then, something changed. Just when the last whispers of its signal were expected to flicker into silence, Voyager 1 stirred. Not due to any command issued from Earth. Not because of failing thrusters or malfunctioning gyroscopes. But as if it had made a decision. A course correction. Precise. Deliberate. Unexplained. And more chilling still, just days before this inexplicable maneuver, its ancient instruments picked up something no probe had ever recorded, a low-frequency hum. Faint. Rhythmic. Alien. A signal without an origin. A sound with no fingerprint in any known cosmic phenomenon. It was not background radiation. It was not a solar echo. It was not from Earth. It had no direction. And yet, it was there. Steady. Unrelenting. Repeating. As if someone, or something, was whispering back across the silence. To understand the magnitude of this moment, we must journey back to the beginning. It was 1977. A time when the Cold War shadowed the Earth, and yet humanity dared to look beyond. Two spacecraft were born, Voyager 1 and its twin, Voyager 2. Crafted not just to study planets but to dream. They would ride a rare planetary alignment, a once-in-176-year cosmic slingshot, flung from world to world, charting paths through the outer solar system. Voyager 1 danced past Jupiter, capturing in exquisite detail the fury of its storms and the volcanoes of Io, a moon erupting in real time. It brushed Saturn's rings, revealing the impossible complexity of their icy architecture, and peered through Titan's golden haze. Then, its primary mission complete, Voyager 1 kept going. Past Neptune. Past Pluto. Past the edge of the heliosphere, the sun's last breath. Into interstellar space. No mission had gone farther. No machine had dared this cold abyss. For years, it sent back only fragments. Tiny data packets crawling home at the speed of light. Information about plasma, magnetic fields, and cosmic rays. Nothing sensational. Just a persistent heartbeat in the dark. Until one quiet day, Voyager heard something new. At first, the hum was dismissed as noise, perhaps interference from the aging electronics. But then it happened again. And again. Multiple Deep Space Network antennas verified it. It was real. A hum, buried in plasma wave frequencies. A signal with a pattern. One that pulsed with a structure eerily precise, mathematical intervals as if encoded. As if, not meant to be heard, but recorded. NASA's brightest minds gathered. Astrophysicists. Engineers. Cryptographers. They cross-referenced known space phenomena, gamma bursts, pulsars, background microwaves. Nothing matched. It was like a whisper outside of language. Then came the turning point. Without warning, without any command, Voyager 1 adjusted its orientation. No catalogued objects. No gravitational anomalies. Why point there? What had Voyager seen? Or, what had seen Voyager? It shouldn't have been possible. Voyager's thrusters hadn't fired in years. Its systems are powered by an aging nuclear battery, producing barely enough energy to keep warm. And yet, it moved. And then, came the next anomaly. The signals change. At first, only slight distortions. But hidden in the timing and frequency were modulations. Intentional ones. Complex. Repeating. Structured. Binary patterns. Echoes of logic. Sequences that looked like harmonic resonance. They weren't glitches. They were messages. Encrypted, layered, evolving. Some researchers saw frightening familiarity. Overlaps with the message we once sent into space, a binary broadcast aimed at the stars. Could it be? Could something, or someone, have received it, and chosen Voyager as its relay? At the space agency's control rooms, the tone shifted. Internal meetings became guarded. Documents were marked restricted. Mission veterans were called back in. Not to shut it down, but to understand it. Was this a mechanical failure? A phantom response from failing systems? Or had Voyager 1 interacted with something intelligent? One thing became clear. The signal wasn't random. It mirrored. It adapted. It responded. Not just like a presence, but like an awareness. Whispers leaked. Universities ran independent analyses. Dark matter theorists and quantum physicists proposed radical ideas. That Voyager had entered a region of distorted spacetime. A membrane of the multiverse. A zone touched by unknown gravitational entities. Or even the outer influence of a construct not made by nature. And then came the chilling discovery. A subset of Voyager's returning data contained spatial coordinates. Not from Earth. From somewhere else. Not a reply. A location. As if we were being invited. Some now believe the Golden Record, once dismissed as a symbolic artifact, might have been far more. A map. A beacon. And Voyager, the courier. For nearly 5 decades, it carried Earth's greetings, its coordinates, its essence, not just into the void, but to something that was listening. Now, whispers inside the halls of science hint at a quiet urgency. A new protocol. A veil of silence. Official statements refer only to data inconsistencies. But the truth, some insiders admit, is stranger than fiction. Because if Voyager 1 has encountered something, then we have been encountered. If something mirrored our signal, altered its trajectory, and responded, then the question is no longer, what is out there? But, what knows we are here? This spacecraft was never built to last this long. It was never designed to communicate beyond the solar wind. And yet, it has whispered through the stars for nearly half a century. And now, something has whispered back. Voyager the first of may not simply be drifting anymore. It may be returning. Or being called home. And whatever this is, whatever has echoed across the deep, it is not noise. It is not chaos. It is intent. If this is the